So I was looking back through the patch notes a little bit for the most recent season, and I noticed something a little bit interesting about the change to Angela specifically. Now, the patch notes specifically state that she has increased movement speed on her Assassin's Charge ability from 16 meters a second to 18 meters a second. And I think a lot of people were making a really big deal about that. But I've noticed something in playing around with that I don't know that it has as big of an impact as we initially thought or perhaps feared. So if I come over to my control and I get some just regular targets in here to kind of have a look at this, you'll see that we've got these Wolverines marked in here on the 10-meter line. Now, if I kind of get right up in front of that Wolverine, so I'm basically right on top of him before I start this charge ability, you'll note that I stop right here just before or right around the 30-yard mark. So realistically, there's not a ton of changes to the carry distance. As a matter of fact, I think that's kind of negligible overall. But the big thing that kind of changes there is if I, again, get, well, he's a little displaced now, but if I get in front of this other Wolverine and initiate a charge from the same area but not making contact with anyone, the big change that you'll see to this particular ability is not so much the distance after making contact, but the overall travel distance after the fact. I can go significantly further, basically all the way to the wall here on the other side. So that's a full 60, almost 60, 55 meters worth of dash, I guess is what that works out to, if I don't make contact with anything. So the big change that it appears to be is a shadow buff or improvement to her survivability at the cost of some of her resources. So if you find yourself in a bind, you can get a considerable amount of distance by disengaging from the fight and then needing to wait for that meter to recharge before you are able to do it in. Because if I dash back in this other direction, again, I end up just a little bit behind that 10-meter mark. So in all reality, it's about 50 meters of unimpeded dash as long as you're not making contact with an opponent.